If you don't like your job, don't just blame your company. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of The Future in 5. My name is Jacob Morgan. This is where I share my thoughts, ideas, and commentary on the future of work in 5 minutes or less. Now, I was speaking at a conference recently in the Bay Area on designing employee experiences, and I had one of the attendees raise their hand and he said, "You know, Jacob, you're talking a lot about the employee experience on behalf of the company, but where does the employee fall into all this? Don't they have some accountabilities and responsibilities as well?" And so we had a whole conversation about that, but I realized I probably don't spend enough time talking about that, so I wanted to do a video on that topic. Now, a lot of designing employee experiences, which is a theme I'm exploring and writing about more and more, has come from the perspective of the organization. So what does the organization need to do to attract and retain top talent? But I don't want to make it sound like it's one-sided. In other words, it's not up to the organization to try to continuously create Pinocchio's island where people just show up and they get free cotton candy and free food and high pay and great benefits and they can just coast through things. So I don't want to make it sound like that is what companies should be doing. So there are some accountabilities for employees. So let's talk about what some of those might be. When we talk about flexible work, for example, employees have to be autonomous, they have to be self-driven, they have to be self-motivated. They also need to take charge for helping create their employee experience. They need to provide feedback to the organization. If the organization is using collaboration technologies, employees need to use those technologies. And they also need to see what they can contribute and what they can bring to the table as far as solutions go. We can't act like spoiled kids, like spoiled brats that just say, "Well, I want a foosball table, I want a ping pong table, I want. So we can't come into the organizations with that mentality. It needs to be a little bit more of a partnership, a little bit more of the organization saying, look, we will help contribute and create these employee experiences for you. In turn, you need to commit that you're still going to do a good job working for us, and you have to provide feedback. You have to speak up. You have to use the technologies that we're giving you so that we can understand how you work and why you work. You have to collaborate. You still have to do all these different types of things. Employees also have accountability as far as their own mind, their own behavior, their own mindset. If you are unhappy with something, don't just pout and sit there in your organization and expect everybody else to do things for you. Take accountability for yourself. Try to fix the problem. Try to fix the solution. If you have an issue with a manager, try to bring it up. This isn't to say that there aren't some situations that are not salvageable. There are, of course, some bad companies, but there are also, of course, some bad people, some employees that just are not a good fit. So we need to accept and acknowledge that. But at the same time, if organizations are going to commit to creating workspaces where you want to show up, if they are going to commit to creating a great corporate culture, if they are going to commit to giving you the technologies that you need to work more efficiently and productively, then you as an employee need to commit and say, look, I will do my best to bring my best ideas to you at the organization. I will do my best to collaborate and share information with others. I will do my best to show up to work with a positive attitude and with a positive mindset. I will do my best to bring in my feedback and my ideas and share with you and be open with you so that we can build this type of an employee experience together. So that is definitely the direction that I think we're going towards. I don't want to make it sound like it's just up to the organization. It's also up to the employees as well. If you are unhappy with the situation, you need to assess why. What's going on? What can you do to improve it? And I always say that there are a couple of organizations or a couple options employees have. Number one, you always can leave the company. Number two, you try to work it out, stay in your same role and try to work it out with your manager. Or number three, you stay within the company, but you switch roles and you pivot. So you do have options, right? So it's not just about, I'm unhappy, I'm gonna leave, but still, you as an employee, you do have just as much accountability as the company does to create your employee experience. And I always say that, and I said this in a previous video, I'm gonna say it again, We can't always rely on organizations to give us everything, and we can't just rely on educational institutions to teach us everything. We have to take some things into our own hands as well. So be a little bit more self-directed. Teach yourself the things that you need to succeed in your organization. Learn about new technologies. Sign up for beta programs inside your company. Let the organization know that you are there to contribute, that you are excited to be there, that you are an active participant. And then you will have that kind of two-way relationship where the organization will help design the experience for you, and you will help create that experience as well. Curious to hear what you think. Leave me a comment below, and hopefully you will subscribe to the channel as well. If you want to sponsor a series of videos, podcasts, and articles that I'm working on, you can always email me, jacob@thefutureorganization.com, and you get tens of thousands of views every month on these things. If you want to get access, so if you just want to watch more videos and read some of the articles that I put out there and listen to some podcasts that I have where I interview senior level executives, you can visit thefutureorganization.com and click on the respective tabs in the nav bar, and you'll be able to get access to all of that. And as usual, hopefully we can connect on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @JacobM. If you saw this video and are following me on Twitter after that, make sure to say hello, and hopefully we'll keep the conversation going on there. I'll see you next time on an episode of The Future in 5. Hey, are you interested in the future of work? If so, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can get all the latest content on the future of work and stay up to date on all the latest trends and happenings. Not to mention, you will make me very, very happy. Make sure to subscribe.